Hi guys, James here from the Mad Tin Hatter blog. Just doing a quick post today regarding my German artillery component and anti-aircraft. And I'm going to zoom this in again. I'm holding the camera manually here today, so apologies if it's a bit shaky. Again, since I think I last did a video on my collection, I've expanded these guys quite a lot. There's a bit of a mix of units here, so excuse me while I grab my cue card. Right, so what we have is, over here, two 88s and three Nebelwerfers. The 88s will be from 12th SS Flak Abteilung, sorry, drifting with the camera. Whilst the Nebs, I'm missing one. I do have the model in the crew for it, I've just not built and painted it yet. The Nebelwerfers, 15cm Nebelwerfers here, are painted up with SS crews, roughly, and they are from 4th Battalion, 12th SS SS Artillery, I think it is. So a small SS component, just to bulk up that side of things. One more Nebelwerfer to do for them, and then that should be that lot sorted. Beside them we have Stugs. Now I've added three more since the last time I did a video. One with the 105mm howitzer, Stu 42s I think they're called. These tanks are marked up as being from 1344 Sturmgeschütz, easy for me to say, Abteilung. Apologies for any German speakers out there for butchering your language, but hey, you try speaking German with a Scottish accent and see how well you do. These guys were present during Operation Totalize. They are actually the Panzerjäger component of 348th Infantry Division who didn't serve in Normandy, but the Stug element, the Panzerjäger element, were ordered to proceed independently to Normandy in July 1944. They arrived on the front on the 2nd or 3rd of August 1944, and they were actually assigned to 89th Infantry Division to bulk up their anti-tank ability. There were two of them knocked out that there are photos of apparently in the area of operations, so that's where the information has come from, and that's why I've done these guys. So I figured I had the models to do three more. Always useful to have some extra Stugs. They're a pretty common vehicle to use in the games that we play. Everybody knows what a Stug is and how it operates and stuff, so it's always good to have them. Behind the Stugs we have a lot of anti-aircraft. So there's 4 88s, 3 quad 2cm, 3 3.7cm, and then over here we've got 4 2cm, but I'll get back to them in a second. So these three units, they're actually painted up as Luftwaffe crew. They are representing 3 Flak Corps, and they were a Luftwaffe formation which was assigned behind the front lines, and they were actually there to provide anti-aircraft cover for the front lines and for the logistic areas behind the lines. So one of my plans is to basically be able to do a formation for these guys with security battalions made up of cooks and spare gunners and all that sort of stuff. They're all like reluctant conscript style troops, just to represent the forces that the Poles and Canadians would have encountered on the 8th into the 9th of August as they kind of pushed into the German lines. So with these 4 88s, the 2 that I have for my SS, and then the other 4 that I have here, I can actually do a fairly heavy flak unit along with the lighter anti-aircraft guns. So these crew, I've got a bit more blue in them. A lot of them have got kind of peak caps and stuff. I've gone for slightly different camouflage on the gun shields and things. The 88s are actually camoed again, but you can't really see it very well in this light. So aside from them, I've got these 2cm anti-aircraft guns. They don't have camo on them, but I have put foliage on them. And these guys are the flak component of 89th Infantry Division. So for those guys, I've got these 2cm anti-aircraft guns. I've also got at the front here some more artillery for them. So a little kind of HQ radio truck. Don't need them in version 4, but I like it as a model. I've done it up as a mini kind of diorama stuff going on. I think it's actually an SS truck I've done, but hey ho. Some Kubo wagons as well, again just useful little models for the types of scenario games we play. So at the front here I have got 2 batteries of artillery, a battery of your kind of standard German 105 artillery, and then at the front here a kind of non-standard battery of French 155mm guns, which I believe from my research the 89th Infantry Division had. These were known in German services, I believe, as 15.5cm SFH 414 bracket Fs. So from some of the reading I've done, there is an interview with one of the 89th Infantry Division officers after he's captured, where he complains about the fact that in Normandy they had French artillery guns, 15mm French artillery guns, and Russian infantry guns, which is something I've not got around to doing yet, but I might in the future. So I've done some of them. I've also done 88s for the same unit. Again, some of the sources I've got for 89th Infantry Division say that due to a shortage of regular artillery, some of their artillery battalions actually were equipped with 88s. They might actually have been cruciform mounted 88s, so I do have plans to get some of them, or possibly some towed kind of pack 40 mounted 88s. I can't remember the names of them, but I've got some of them to sort out as well. Lots of models in a lead pile. So these 4 88s are for 89th Infantry Division. At the front here I have one and then another one over here. 15cm Nebelwerfers. These guys represent 7 Werfer Brigade, probably Werfer Regiment 83, who again were behind the German lines on during Totalize. They were a core level asset that was assigned to that sector. So there were a lot of Nebelwerfers in that sector, hence I've got quite a few of my own. They did also have some of the armoured self-propelled rocket launching systems, which I haven't got yet. I'm kind of waiting to see where Battlefront go with the plastics and stuff. I'm not sure that they'll turn up anytime soon, but it would be quite nice to get a unit of the armoured Nebelwerfer units, the half-tracked armoured ones. So as I said, I've made quite a lot of progress on these over the last year. It is a lot of artillery, a lot of anti-aircraft, but the size of the tables we play on, with us being up to kind of 16 or 17 foot by 6, the scenario-driven games that we play, we tend to kind of ignore, to a certain extent, army lists and go with scenario-driven forces or historical forces. So it fits a lot better with this style of collection. And because I do the research and all that sort of stuff, the guys are generally quite happy. I have to say that a fraction of this stuff has appeared on the table. The Stugs get table time a lot. The 88s have seen some action, but not actually necessarily as 88s. I think they have appeared as 88s a couple of times. We played a game a few months ago against my friends Americans, where we were doing kind of very early Normandy stuff, and we were using skill checks to spot what enemy units were. So every time a tank came under anti-tank fire, I placed an 88 down behind the hedge, and once they got close enough and passed the skill check, they identified it as a pack or one of the smaller anti-tank guns. But we were playing every tank as a Tiger, every anti-tank gun as an 88, until it was properly identified. So there was initially, the first few turns, there was quite a lot of gasps of horror as Tiger tanks and 88s appeared willy-nilly, when in fact that's not what it was. But it's good fun. So that's the artillery and anti-aircraft component. I've got some more bits and pieces to do for these. We'll see how it all expands. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks very much.